Hey guys, welcome to my new series on this channel, Talks with Tori. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. If you guys like any other names or you come up with other names that are like more clever and creative, leave them in the comments below because I am more than interested in them. So my last favorites video was from March, so what's that, April? It's now November. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my favorites and then we're also gonna do a Q&A and then story time at the end of each of these. So all of my Q&A questions I pull from Instagram or Twitter, so that is always linked down below. It's going to switch every month. This month I got it from Instagram, and then I always will get my storytime questions on Tumblr because all my Tumblr people have the feels, and they understand me when I say, hey, I'm gonna do a story, what do you guys want to know? And trust me, Tumblr has me set on that all the time. Let's talk about music. I could talk about music for hours. I love music. So if you guys want to follow me, my Spotify and SoundCloud are both linked down below. They are Tori Sterling. Okay, so the first song is called Talk, and as you guys can hear, it's kind of like a weirder song, but I've really been liking it. I don't know why or how I found it, but it's awesome. So I'm gonna have it linked down below. Family Friend by The Vaccines is also really good. It starts off really slow and then it gets fast and like upbeat towards the end, and I like the message of it too. It's just an overall really good song, and I have it on vinyl, which is like life-changing, let me tell you, and it sounds even better on vinyl. So if you can ever get The Vaccines on vinyl, highly recommend it. Another really good artist that no one really knows about is called The Acid, and I'm not sure if he's a group or just an individual artist, but it's very lo-fi, very trippy. I love trippy music, and his song Veda I really am enjoying. Maybe it's a girl, I don't really know. The picture's like this guy that's all like messed up and stuff. He's like all tripped out. It's awesome looking, but Veda is a really awesome song. It's really chill, but it also is like trippy, and it's just really good to listen to, especially when you're like trying to fall asleep. It's amazing. Of course, I love Vancouver Sleep Clinic. I really like Flaws and Stakes. They are absolutely amazing. I've done a lot of like following sprees for them on Twitter where I'm like, hey, I'll like DM you or follow you if you go follow this account. And I do that a lot for artists because so many go undiscovered, and oh, they're so good, and I love spreading music, so I would highly recommend to go check out Vancouver Sleep Clinic. They are one of the best out there. I always rave about the song on Twitter, but it seriously will never ever get old for as long as I live, and it is Like a Weight by Jungle Giants. It is a super depressing song that is so sad and so slow and so sentimental, and it's just seriously so life-changing. You need to listen to the song and you need to put it on repeat, and it's so good. I'm gonna cry because I love that song. It's like I will never get over that song. I love it. I'm listening to a lot of G-Eazy this month as well because I was supposed to go to his concert, but I ended up not going, and that was really sad, but I was prepping all month for his concert, so I've been really liking it, and I have been obsessed with Tumblr Girl. That one is probably my favorite. Lady Killers is really good because it's like super upbeat and it's like really catchy. It's in my head right now actually, and I can't stop singing it. But I also really like Almost Famous. I just like the beat of it, and I think it just sounds really awesome. So the first one from my SoundCloud that I really like is called Incandescent Escape. Now my SoundCloud is like for my really trippy music that isn't on Spotify because they're like such small artists that they can't even get onto Spotify. So the first one is Incandescent Escape by Alex Aukler, and it's amazing. I don't know how to describe trippy lo-fi music other than it's trippy and lo-fi, but it is 10 out of 10. I've put the song in a couple of videos, and I really am still liking all of Blood Culture's songs. They only have 3 on SoundCloud. It's Mevi Heddle, Mercury Child, and Indian Summer. Yes, I said that right. I didn't mix up the letters. And all of their songs are really good. Right now I'm loving Indian Summer by Blood Cultures, but again, they're all so good. And I've also been absolutely obsessing over Settle Down, the Young Rapid remix by the 1975, but it is still nonetheless one of the best songs on the internet, in my opinion. So the last favorite is one that I was even caught off guard by, but I have been loving it this month, and it's actually a video game. And if you guys know anything about me, you know that I don't play video games, but I've recently been trying to like work out more and get in shape, and I hate running and I hate doing like workouts and stuff like that. I barely get off my couch. So, when I was younger, I'd always play like Wii Fit and stuff like that, and I'd always do like Just Dance. But recently I found this new game, and this is Shape Up, and it's on Xbox One only. But let me just tell you, it is so much fun for working out, okay? So this game is actually really cool because you can do like push-ups with an elephant on your back. You can like work out with a way in them that doesn't make it seem like you're working out, if that makes any sense. So I really like it. They're actually coming out with their trailer on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, so I would highly recommend for you guys to check it out because this is a great game to get your brothers or your cousins or your family or friends for Christmas, because we have to start thinking about, you know, stocking stuffers and Christmas time, which I'm so excited about. Let me know if you guys are excited. But I think that this would be awesome for Christmas, and I've also just been really enjoying it. I got my whole family like into it. My parents are hooked on it. I do it, and I think it's really fun, and I hate working out, so that is saying something if I think this is a fun game. So check out the trailer. I'm also going to have it linked in the description box if you guys want to check it out. I'm also linking an annotation, so don't forget to click on the annotation to watch the trailer as well. I highly recommend it because it is super, super cool, and it's a fun way to work out, you know what I mean? So those were all of my favorites, and now let's get on to the Q&A. Ellie and I from Target asks, will this be in your video? Yes, yes it will be. If you were a hobo, what would your sign say? This is honestly like the funniest question ever, because every time I go to Venice Beach, there's this one hobo, I know exactly where he sits, and he sells bum signs, and I always buy his bum signs. I have his bum signs like laying in my room somewhere. Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever, and I don't know what mine would say. What is the last photo you took on your phone? Here it is. Isn't it great? It's a beauty, I know. What was middle school like for you? Alright, well first off, here are pictures of me from middle school. So, I mean, what do you think middle school was like for me? I didn't have many friends. I looked like this. Have you ever faked being sick so you wouldn't have to go to school or work? Faked being sick so I wouldn't have to go to work? No. Faked being sick so I wouldn't have to go to school? In 3rd grade, I went to school maybe 20 days because all I ever did was fake sick. I hated going to school in 3rd grade. 3rd grade, I know, hard. Hard life of a 3rd grader, I know. You guys are very interested in boys. You're all asking if I have a bae or a boyfriend. Are you hunting for the booty? Honestly, I think everyone always is hunting for the booty. It's booty hunting season. Do you want a tattoo? If yes, where and why? Yes, I want a tattoo. In my life, I want a lot of tattoos. Eventually, I want like a sleeve or half a sleeve. I think that looks so good, like an all black and white. I would love to have a sleeve. And I would want to have a quote like somewhere here. I don't know what the quote would be. It's probably, my quote as of right now that I want it to be is, if you'll read, you'll judge. And I'd want the design of the rest of the tattoo to be like a black lace kind of looking thing. I think that'd be really cool. So that's what I want. But I also want a lot of finger tattoos, maybe like 2 or 3. I think that'd look awesome. Like a knuckle tattoo would look cool, but I also want a lot of inner finger tattoos. That'd be awesome. I want one on my ribs. So that's all the questions that I'm going to answer, and now let's get on to what you guys asked me on Tumblr. So like I said, everyone is very interested in boys tonight. So the question that I'm going to tell you guys a story about is, describe the time that you were asked out on a date. Okay, so in terms of being asked out, I've been asked out a couple of times. Not even 8th grade, just 6th grade. 7th grade, sorry, just 7th grade really. Was it? No, also 3rd grade, what the heck? Oh yeah, okay. So I was at my friend Hannah's house, and my dad is like, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, no, why? And he's like, because this boy keeps calling for you at the house. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like 9 at the time. So I go home, and this kid keeps calling me. I know his name, but I'm not going to say it. So on here, we'll call him boy number 1. So boy number 1 keeps calling me. And eventually my mom was like, you have to talk to him. So I'm like, okay. So I got on the phone, I'm like, hi. And he's like, hi, I have a question for you. And I'm like, okay. He goes, do you like anyone in our grade? In all of 3rd grade. And I was like, no. And he goes, well, do you like anyone in our class? So I kind of already answered that question. So I was like, no. And he was like, oh, well, do you think I like anyone? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, well, I do. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I have to go eat dinner, bye. And I hung up on the kid. Ask out number 2. We're going to call him boy number 2. So I was in art class with boy number 2, and he was like this weird kid, and He still goes to my school. I still see him every day. I still remember it. I doubt he does, but it was just weird. He's sitting with me at a table and he's like acting really weird this one day. So he writes a note on a piece of paper, hands it to my friend, not my friend, his friend. His friend then slides the note to me across the art table. I open it and he's staring at me as I'm reading this note, and we're at the same table. It's so awkward. And it said something like, "Do you want to go out with me?" I looked at him, I was like, ew, no. I ripped it in half and I threw it away. That was experience number 2. Experience number 3 happened about a week later. This one kid, boy number 3. You know, when I was in 7th grade, my sister was a freshman in high school and she had a best friend that was a guy. So I was like, I want a best friend that's a guy. So I picked this kid. Well, I'm not attracted to him. I want to make him my best friend. I start like not hanging out with him, but like at school I'm hanging out with him and like talking to him and we're like making jokes, you know, whatever, all this stuff. So it's acting really weird. I'm like, oh no, he's getting the feels. One day after school, he stops me in like the hallway as I'm trying to get to my bus. Stops me out of nowhere. He goes, "Hey, want to go out with me?" I had no idea what he said. So I was about to say, okay, because I had no idea what he just asked me because he asked it so fast. It was just weird. So I was literally about to say, okay, and then I like stared at this kid for like 5 seconds, like thinking about what he just asked me, and then I realized it and I was like, no, and then I walked the other way. Those are my Ask Out stories. And that's also my favorites for this month, my song favorites, my workout favorites, and questions that you guys asked me. So do you guys like this series? Let me know if you guys do in the comments down below because I'd be more than happy to continue doing this once a month or so. I really like just sitting down and talking to you guys. I think that was a lot of fun. So let me know in the comments below and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!